Have you ever started masturbating, and just didn't finish? Maybe you got interrupted, distracted, or maybe you just weren't feeling it. It's more common than people think. But here's the thing, no one really talks about it. Orgasm is usually seen as the goal, the grand finale, the entire point. So when that part doesn't happen, we're left wondering. Is something wrong with me? Is this unhealthy? Or, could it actually be totally okay? At the Thinking Escape, we're all about creating a safe, honest space to explore the overlooked corners of mental health and human experience. And yes, that includes sexuality. Because the way we connect with our own bodies, it plays a major role in our emotional and mental well-being. Today, we're diving into something rarely discussed. What happens when you masturbate, but don't climax? We'll break down the mental, emotional, and physical effects, the benefits, the frustrations, and the surprising things no one really tells you. Let's begin. We often think of masturbation as a way to relieve stress. Why? Because orgasm releases a rush of feel-good hormones like dopamine and oxytocin. But what happens when you don't reach that high? Turns out, removing the pressure to orgasm can completely shift your relationship with pleasure. Instead of chasing a finish line, your focus shifts to the experience itself. How your body feels. What turns you on? What doesn't? This mindful approach, often referred to as edging or non-goal-oriented touch, is even recommended by some therapists as a way to reduce anxiety around sex. It can help you reconnect with your body without judgment, without the idea that something has to happen. Over time, this can rewire how you think about pleasure. Less performance. More presence. Let's talk about what this feels like emotionally. Not reaching orgasm can sometimes leave you frustrated, especially if you wanted to but couldn't. But for others, it might bring a sense of relief. Relief from pressure. From expectation. From doing something just because it's become a habit. You might realize you weren't really aroused, just bored. Or stressed. Or lonely. And that awareness? It's powerful. Because once you understand why you're masturbating, you're more in control. You might find yourself less reliant on climax for emotional comfort. And more curious about what you're actually feeling. In a strange but meaningful way, not finishing can actually help you develop emotional intelligence. Okay, let's get real, what about the physical side? Is it bad for your body to get aroused but not orgasm? Short answer, not really. Sure, there can be some discomfort. For men, that full, achy feeling. Commonly called blue balls, it's medically known as vasocongestion. It's harmless. Just uncomfortable. For women, it might show up as lingering sensitivity or a sense of tension that hasn't been released. But here's the thing. Your body naturally reabsorbs that arousal over time. No health risks. No emergencies. In fact, practicing restraint once in a while may actually help with premature ejaculation or performance anxiety. You're training your body to not expect instant gratification. And when orgasm finally does happen, later that day, or even days later, it might feel even more intense. Choosing not to orgasm doesn't mean something's wrong. In fact, it can be a form of healing. Especially if you're trying to break compulsive habits, reduce porn use, or simply rethink your relationship with pleasure. Think of it like skipping dessert. Not because you're punishing yourself, but because you're learning to truly enjoy the main course. It's about being intentional. Curious. Present with your desire, without being ruled by it. This kind of practice can spill over into your relationships too. Making partnered sex more meaningful. Reducing anxiety. And helping you feel more in control. Pleasure doesn't have to be pressure. It can be a choice. Topics like this aren't always advertiser-friendly. This video might even get demonetized. But we believe it's important to talk about these things, honestly, openly, without shame. If you found this video helpful, or think more people need to hear it, consider supporting our work by checking out the links in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos about mental health, sexuality, and the human experience. This is the Thinking Escape. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.